Classic Truck Rescue. Not feeling 100%, but I'm feeling a little bit better. Getting my voice back a little bit, and I got to get some work done. So I'm gonna pick up where I left off in my last video with the 58 Chevy Apache Fleetside description. I'm gonna pull this out of here and do a complete descriptive video of it, front to back, clean all the junk out of the back of it, and see what's there. Before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and move this panel out of the way, just because any chance I get to move a couple trucks and brush hog where they were sitting is good, and it'll make it easier to get the Fleetside out without damaging anything. Might throw a battery and old Homer up there on the hill, the red 59 Chevy Viking 60 tow truck, and see if I can use that instead of my pumpkin tractor, because that way I don't have to worry about steering. Plus, that panel's got a locked up rear tire, and Homer will pull it right out with no problems. Also, I've had a few people ask about CTR 100. Well, we did a series of videos starting with CTR 1 through 99 that we started when we moved off the old property that we were leasing and out here to the new 25 acres that we bought, that we call the Classic Truck Ranch. It took 2 years to make that series of videos. That's 99 videos, and I thought we'd do something special for the 100th one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with number 1 and go to 99, and I'm going to cut them down and put 10 episodes into one episode, and start with CTR 91, go to CTR 99.9, and then do CTR 100, and then we'll have 10 videos that cover 100 videos worth of film and footage and things that we've done to improve the property, in case anyone wants to watch it. But it'll also, I mean, it took 2 years to make all that video, so if I can cut it down to something that's, you know, under 8 hours, that'd be pretty good. Anyway, I'm gonna get these trucks moved. I'll let you watch. I'll try to do it with Homer. If he doesn't want to cooperate, I'll use Pumpkin. So I did get Homer fired up, but I got to be honest with you, he's making some really ugly noises that I'm not comfortable operating in while he's making those noises. I already know it needs a new engine, but there's no sense just destroying stuff. So I'm going to bring one of my other buddies. I had the fire trucks out for New Year's Eve for the sirens out front. I'm going to bring, I already brought Sparky back, put him away. I'm going to bring Smokey back, but since I'm driving around anyways, I'm going to pull Smokey up here and hook onto this chain right here that's already hooked to that, and pull that panel out, because I've been meaning to move that stuff and clear there for a long time anyways. But there's a locked up wheel on the back of the panel, and I don't know if Pumpkin's got enough weight on him to pull it out of there with that wheel locked up. Plus it's got an engine and a transmission in the back of it, and an engine and transmission under the hood. There's a lot of weight there. I'd just soon have Smokey up here on the hard gravel, and then hook it up, yank him out, and then maybe use Pumpkin to move it around after that. Let's go get Smokey. want to go anywhere, but Smokey didn't care. Anyway, so now that'll make it easier for me to get this 58 Chevy Fleetside out so I can do a video inspection of it. I'll be back. I'll go put Smokey away. Go put my dump truck away too. Well, since I moved both of the fire trucks out of the pasture, probably going to move Brutus too, and decided to move Bullfrog. Jamie just got home. She hasn't been able to drive him for a while, so I'm going to let her have a little fun. Always fires up. That is a good running dump truck right there. That dump truck has earned a place in our hearts, just like some of the other old guys around here, despite how much help he's given us. I think we're at 250 loads of gravel right now. She loves that air horn. That Jamie's brought into the property with that dump truck. She's got her own little personal touches going on in the cab and stuff. He loves that thing. Yeah, I just decided I probably shouldn't have any trucks out front here. That was kind of the plan. We're trying to keep it decent looking out here. And, you know, I guess if somebody cries real hard, they might see an old guy in the bush from the front. But Curtis is being used for storage, and got a ramp going up to his lift gate. Makes it real easy for me to get in and out. I'll move Brutus and we'll see if we can stay off the radar out here. It's good just to fire them up and drive them around a little once in a while. Circulate all the fluids. Jamie loves that old dump truck. Good running old dump truck. Really love that guy. Get him put away and I'll go work on Brutus both sides. Yeah, we still can get around him easily on both sides and do what we need to do. Get that 58 out of there. That's good too, because I can hear water draining out of his bed. So he's at a good angle. Yeah, it's good. I was just saying it's good to get them, just fire them up and get them running once in a while and circulate the fluids and stuff.
Well, this still
Well,
oh yeah, because there's still air.
yeah, as long as there's air in there. She loves that air horn. Alright, I'm going back to work. Peace out. Anna, how was that? Annabella, did she have fun?
She's all like scouring the floor, like, get out from under my feet.
Annabella, she thinks she owns all the trucks.
Poor guy.
They belong to her.
Poor bully.
Why?
Because he dreams of finding the fountain of youth. He does.
Well, he's about as close as he can get to it right now with all these parts trucks we got out here for him.
He's such
He'll be
a
all right.
beautiful guy. I love him and Wendell.
Yeah, they're good old boys. Come on, Anna. Come on. So apparently, I'll be doing my video description on this truck tomorrow after I get the junk cleaned out of the back of it and the weeds out of it and all of that. But yeah, 58 Chevy Fleetside. Also, Richard, man, I hope you find an offer on shipping that you like pretty soon, because I've been starting your truck up and even moving it around every now and then, but today it did not start up. The one day I needed it to move, because that's my spot where I clean my trucks up and do all that, and that's where yours has been sitting. If you remember in the video when I went and inspected it for you from the gentleman that we got it from, it had some carburetor issues, and I think it may be time to deal with those before we ship it. But Classic Truck Rescue, thank you for your help, honey.
Peace out.
Peace out. Well, it's been pouring rain out here. Everything's soaked. I wasn't able to get out here and get the junk emptied out of this 58 Chevy Apache for a couple of days, but it's not pouring right now. So I did, and I went over it already, but I'll go over it with you again, show you what kind of things I think it needs to be a good truck, and show you the parts that I would put on it. Might as well go around and do the sheet metal first. The hood needs to be replaced. The front fenders need a little work, but I'd go with them just because they're solid in these problem areas. Down here where they attach to the grill support panel, they're pretty solid, but like I said, the hood's got a couple holes in it, so it would need a new hood with it, but it's got the correct emblems on it, and a decent grill, front bumper. Like I said, the front fenders are actually in good shape on the front. They've got the typical rust at the bottom in the rear that causes them to come loose right there. This one's real small, the other one's worse. The other one will need a patch panel, but they sell those for 35 bucks just to replace that little bottom corner. Like I said, the doors and cab are toast, so it would need to come with a new cabin doors. And no, it does not come with my 67 GTO bucket seats that I keep in here just to keep them nice. I'll put a stock regular Chevy truck seat in it. This cab does have the deluxe heater. It needs the heater controls. It's got the gauges, all the correct steering stuff, and foot pedals and all that. That's the fan. It's missing off the engine, but it does have a running 350 V8 in it and a 4-speed gas tank. Looks pretty decent. Would probably need to be cleaned out. Like I said, the cab, and unfortunately the top of the cab's not bad compared to a lot of them I've seen. But, you know, the dash has been hacked on it, so definitely a new cab. The bed is actually in really good shape for a Fleetside. Normally, those spears that go down the belt line on the sides are just beat to heck. And this one's pretty solid. Even down here, now it needs a little work on this lip right here where the wood lays on it. That's pretty common. But if you look at the quarter panel on the bottom, and both sides are like that, they're super solid. And this spear's in good shape too. Quarter panel's nice. It does have one area down here that would need a little rust repair, but as far as Fleetside beds go, that one's pretty nice. It's missing the tailgate. I do have the correct Chevy Fleetside tailgates. I kind of like the rear bumper on it. It's almost like a roll pan, but made out of galvanized steel, so it's kind of heavy duty. I've been underneath it. The frame is very solid on it. I know all the steering works good on this. The brakes would have to be gone through, because I did notice when I was pulling it over that the driver's side front was dragging a little bit, but you got to assume this thing's going to need new brakes anyways. That's something that could be done. Under the hood, it's missing the radiator. And that's actually why the fenders are unbolted. The guy that I got it from was going to part it out, and had actually sold the radiator out of it, I think, if this is the truck I'm thinking about, and was going to sell the fenders, and I bought the whole truck because I didn't think that it was a parts truck. It's pretty complete. And the Fleetsides are getting hard to come by, and I just think this truck needs to be saved. It needs bedwood, needs the a couple of the cross sills that go under the bedwood, but I'll get it is missing the hood hinges. I'll prop the hood up and we'll take a look under there. So like I said, it's got a 350 V8 in it. Someone's put an HEI ignition system on it already. This motor does run good. It's just missing the I had it running on a tank. Well, actually, the guy I got it from had it running on a tank when I bought it. And it sounded good, didn't smoke, didn't make any weird noises. And it's correctly mounted in there. The frame's really solid on this truck and straight. I don't think this truck ever took a serious hit. I think it just, the cab rusted out. Hood latch panel. And down here is where these fenders normally rust out, where they bolt to this upper grill mount. And you can see these are real solid, and they're solid around the headlight bezels, which is a common area for them to rust out. The grill's really straight on it. Got your correct parking lights, nice bumper filler panel, and front bumper. Like I said, needs a new hood and hood hinges. The windshield's actually not cracked or chipped from what I saw. And the back window, but I think that the cab that I was planning on sending with this, if someone wanted this, I was going to just leave the doors and windows in it because I think they're in good shape. So we'll go over and look at the tailgate that I've got for it, and then we'll go look at the cab. Got a few 58 and 59 Chevy hoods out here. I've already been through the stack. There's 2 or 3 of them in there that are straight and solid, but there's one right there on top, and it's got a lot of paint on it. But one thing I've learned is the ones with a lot of paint on them seem to be protected from the rust quite a bit. So I would find a good solid straight one to put on there. So I've been using Curtis for storage, and I got a lot of room left in here to make fenders and stuff like that in, but pretty sure that I had, yeah. So that's a GMC right there. But yeah, I've got 2 Chevy Fleetside tailgates, and that one right there looks pretty good. But I'm pretty sure that yellow one's real nice. May have another one around. Let's go look at the cab. Yep, it's the Jenner shack. I always liked this cab, and that's why I mounted my generator in it when we were running off a generator out here. But it's really solid. The firewall's solid on it. The doors are much better. They're not perfect, but they're much better. They're much better than what was on there. They're definitely repairable. The cab corners are even pretty decent on this. That one's bent, but they're not all rotted out. The back of the cab's real straight. The roof's straight. This cab served me well for a while, and the passenger side door's even better. The cowl's all nice, and the plenums where the heating ducts go, just a real good and solid above the windshield here. The only problem on this cab is it does have rust under the windshield right up by the rearview mirror, that one spot. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that, but right there. But the good news is the other cab, I believe, is solid there. So and this one has an uncut dash. Jamie put that little light there for when we were running the, oh, and there's your deluxe heater controls for that other heater, and a ignition switch with the bezel and stuff. Yeah, I'd just leave this one like it is and send it with not both pairs of door handles and door panels, so because that other truck does have nice door handles and door panels and kick panels and all that stuff. There is one hole in the floor right underneath the generator for a vent, but this is real solid metal, this floor, and I don't think that would be hard to repair at all. So that's it. Yeah, the Jenner shack. It served me well, and it could still serve on the road. That'd be cool. Have that back on the road. Was weeding through my parts, and look what I found. Weld her up, paint her up pretty. You want in there? I know you want in there. You want to go in and check that out? I'll let you in. Go ahead. A lot of people been asking about old Jet. That's not Jet, that's Annabella. Anyway, this is his area right here. His food and water's over there under that tree, and at night he goes into this little loafing shed kind of thing over there, so he's got a roof over his head, and then during the day he usually comes out here, but he's been being a brat, as you can see, and he likes to come out here to the area where there's more grass. There he is, that's Jet, and we're letting him run around there and eat today because Jamie and I are going to enlarge this area a little bit and put new electrical tape up, make sure the solar electric fence thing's working good, and let him get at some of this right here since he likes it so much. Hannah's going to see Jet. She has a hard time getting through this grass. Normally it's pretty difficult to round old Jet up when he's out in the pasture and you want to put him in at night, but he sees that we enlarged his playpen today. Jamie and I spent a lot of time out here, put in some new posts, and see, this used to be the boundary for his playpen. You can see where it went before. He clearly marked that, and that's the area that we just bestowed to him today. So that gives him a lot more range to run around, and we think he'll like it. This is where he hangs out during the day. At night he goes through that gate over there and goes into his little building. But he likes hanging out under this tree right here. And we've got him all set up with a water tank and a trough, and then we throw his hay under here, and he's behaving, isn't he?
He's good because he thinks I bought some food.
Yeah, well, maybe he could have a treat. Good boy, Jet. He's a pretty good old horse. Jamie loves him. Pretty sure he loves her too. Good boy, Jet. Come on, Jet. Come on, buddy. I like old Jet. Yeah, have some of Jet's water. Take a swim if you want. You happy, Jamie?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, honey. I bet Jet's the one who's happy. Look at, he went straight to the fresh stuff. Yeah, that'll work out pretty good for him. Yeah, he's got to check Dad's work. Go ahead, stick your nose on it.
It's like, go in my corner. See, I'm just going to pretend like I'm eating, but I'm really like, I'm trying to figure out a way to get out.
Well, you figure out a way to get out and you'll be stuck back in the mud zone over there. That won't be any good. That's pretty convenient too, isn't it?
Yeah, because now he can't flick his bucket off the thing like he wants to do.
Kind of a cool classic truck. Rescue Sunset over there. Feel pretty good about getting Jet hooked up with his new habitat today. He's got a lot more room. Jet's got about 1 acre now. And the main thing is, that's his favorite tree over there. Jamie made him a hitching post, and his water and all that's over there. What do you think of that, old buddy?
What do you think of that? So help me, you escape and that's it. You're going next door, dude.
No, he's not. He's a member of the family. You happy, honey?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Annabella! Come on, weirdo! Annabella! All right, Jack. Good night, buddy. One of the classic truck rescue cats. We have a few cats around here. And some of them might live in some of the trucks, or they might live in the bushes, but I don't really mess with them because I'm sure they're eating mice. I just worry about that thing over there getting too close to one of them because she's pretty fast. My friend the beaver's been hard at work. Come on, be a good girl. Come on. She's just silly. She loves running around. She found a hole she could put her nose in. You want in there? You want in there? Truck Inspector General. Come on. Come on. Check that one out. Good girl. Come on, what's this over here? Come on, come on. What is that? check that out.